Okay, no problem. And we're back. Another episode of the Northern Lights podcast. We're cooking with Clem. What are we cooking today, brother?
So today we're going to showcase off again the maple syrup, but we're going to make something called Beghrir. So it's a Moroccan pancake. Ooh. So it's kind of a pancake where you actually use yeast in it. So it creates these little bubbles, and the little bubbles allow the maple syrup to like soak into the pancake, and then with every bite, the maple syrup explodes out. I think it's like, for me personally, I think these are like the best pancakes because it like showcases not only the pancake flavor itself, but also like that explosion of whatever you put on it. Traditionally, they use honey, but in this case, we're going to use maple syrup.
Nice. How did you find out about the Beghrir pancake? I've never heard of it.
I found out because I was like looking up new pancake recipes for my kid. My kid loves pancakes. Shout out Clem the Fourth.
Hey.
But yeah, this kid loves pancakes. And I was like, I got to figure out new ways to put a spin on this. And then I came across Beghrir. And ever since then, I think that's basically kind of the only pancakes I make that aren't from a bag. And,
nice. I found that if you add brown sugar in pancake batter, that shit is fire.
That sounds lit. So yeah, we'll start out. So I guess one thing that makes this recipe a little different is we're going to be using some amount of semolina flour. So we're going to use 1.5 cups of semolina. Let's get that in our mixing bowl.
Semolina.
Yeah, semolina is just a type of wheat flour. I guess it's Durham wheat flour. We're gonna do a little pour job.
That's some smooth looking flour.
And then we'll use 3/4 cups of regular flour.
3/4 cups.
Or 3/4 cup. Let's take this down now. And then we need 1 tablespoon of yeast. So we're going to use this instant dry yeast.
1 tablespoon of yeast.
Yep, so each one of these are 1/4 tablespoon. So we're going to throw 4 of these in here. And the yeast is what gives it that, makes it that ability for those bubbles to form.
Science.
Hell science.
Food science. Culinary arts with Dr. Dabbs.
You know? All right, so we got that in there. We need a little bit of sugar, 1 teaspoon of sugar. We got some cane sugar here. We need 1 teaspoon. I think I opened one side. Here we go. Oop, we want to use the small volume. We want 1 teaspoon of kosher salt.
So a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt.
Yep. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We got that non-aluminum baking powder, so we don't want Alzheimer's.
Fuck. I know most of the deodorants still have aluminum, don't they?
They do, yeah.
It's crazy. There's a lot of things in the U.S. that are banned in Europe, like that are allowed to be sold here.
That's incredible. I was looking at this, what is it, either Domino's or Pizza Hut? Like the ingredients between American Domino's and American Pizza Hut.
Oh my
It's
God.
almost scary. It's like, what are they letting them put in our food?
Yeah.
But so now we need 3 cups of water. Preferably it's lukewarm. That kind of just helps get the yeast activated and going. All the chefs out there, we apologize about our mise en place. We're doing it live today.
All the way live from the 651. Oops, I was trying to rhyme, but that didn't work. I failed.
Yeah, shout out Dabbler Depot again, Minnesota Cannabis College.
Yeah. We are the Minnesota cannabis community.
So yeah, and then we just whisk it all together.
And you are one of our Minnesota cannabis legends.
Appreciate that.
Legendary.
I was told I was the Beyonce of cannabis last time.
Yeah, you got to get that on a shirt.
I do.
The Beyonce of cannabis. I wonder what you were wearing in that photo. You got to have something sparkly. I mean, you got to wear an apron.
I almost got one on Amazon. I was like, should I dress up like a chef?
Yeah, cooking with Clem.
Next time, our next series,
Yeah.
you'll see me in a chef's uniform. All right, so I think we're pretty good and mixed up. We're going to let this sit for 30 to 45 minutes for these bubbles to form and the yeast to get activated. Just lets it kind of get going.
You said 30 to 45 minutes?
Yep. And in that meantime, we're going to, do another segment of Cooking with Clem.
Nice. Gonna have to come out with a cookbook.
A cannabis cookbook. I like
Yeah,
it.
for real. I mean, you've been making edibles for years, right?
Yeah. I think I got my start with the fruit leathers.
Yeah.
And maple cream was one of my hits. I wish I could bring maple cream back, but our law's a little too limited.
The fruit leathers are a hit, though.
Yeah, I've done a little R&D with the fruit leathers, trying to make them a Dr. Dabb's product. It's a little tricky. I think if it happens, it'll be kind of in the form of a fruit roll up.
Is it because of the shelf life you need, or what?
It's just that it's really hard to get it uniform. So I can make a uniform fruit leather, but then we ended up getting this. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically like a cutter. But then it doesn't cut them all the way through, so it's really hard to get even strips.
In terms of the shape, the outlines?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just some expensive equipment?
I guess I haven't looked into scaling it up super far.
Because I literally had some fruit strips last night from the 24-hour Cubs and Egan. Shout out to them for being the only ones open.
Yeah,
But they were tough.
Yeah. See, I want mine to be nice and juicy and fruity.
Yeah, the moisture level matters.
Yeah.
Moisture level matters. Excuse my rabbit hole rants.
But yeah, we're gonna let this sit,
let it
and we're gonna cook up our next dish.
Cool.
A few moments later.
So right now we started, these Beghrir pancakes a little early. Now we can see if we look in this bowl here, we got probably innumerable millions of tiny little bubbles in there.
Yeah, it's psychedelic right now.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
So it's we got a yeast, an organism, helping us cook today.
Shout out to science.
Shout out science.
Food science. What do you call these pancakes again?
Beghrir.
Beghrir. Man.
They're if you wanted to Google it, I would type in Moroccan pancake.
Moroccan cuisine is legendary, though, among world foods. Isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful place to visit.
One thing that's a little
too.
different about these pancakes is that you don't need to flip them.
Wow.
So basically, you
That's different.
You let them form the bubbles like you would a traditional pancake, but you're just letting it cook all the way through.
Man, I wish we had some photos. We'll have to do still shots from the video.
Yeah, maybe
That's the fun part about pancakes is watching them cook from the top down. When pancakes have the good, crispy exterior texture and then that soft, spongy texture in the middle, that's just so good. Then you put some butter on there. Oh, my God. No wonder Clemmy loves it.
I'm just going to make sure to lift these up a little bit so they don't burn.
And the beautiful thing is we get to eat these with your maple syrup.
Yeah. So that Dr. Dabb's Taylor's Falls maple syrup.
Taylor's Falls is a beautiful place, too. I was just over there a week ago.
Up at Interstate?
Yeah, by the glacial potholes.
Yeah, super pretty.
Man, it's beautiful.
I got I guess one sin to confess to you. I've never been to the potholes.
Oh, wow.
I've owned property in Taylor's Falls for like a decade and never been to the pub.
You should check it out one time. Just spend
I
like
hear it's like super pretty up there.
an hour or two there, especially if nobody's there. I mean, it's going to get busy in the summer.
I'll give up one of my mushroom honey holes. We're talking about interstate, but interstate's a great place to go mushroom hunting. If you want to find chanterelles and hedgehogs, as well as like a late summer mushroom and maitake.
Ooh.
If you start looking for the white oak and bur oak up there, you'll find if you get a nice good haul up there.
Nice.
So I'd park out by the bike path. So the interstate is actually split by Highway 8. Like everybody goes down where the potholes are, but there's also another part of interstate that's on the other side of the highway. And if you park by City Hall and then hike into the woods in there, you can get a nice good haul of some mushrooms.
Foraging field trips.
Yep. So yeah, we're getting pretty close to done. We can see our bubbles are starting to pop. We still got some bubbles still popping here, so we're gonna wait to make sure that they get cooked all the way through. And then add some of this Dr. Dabb's maple syrup.
So you don't flip it over.
You don't flip them.
Wow. I actually love the flipping part of pancakes.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah. But this is intriguing. It looks so good though. Damn. I'm probably going to bed early tonight.
Right?
After this long day is done. At 11. This is like a marathon day for me. I have a lot of those. But they're all good things. All things I want to do, mostly.
But yeah, you can see on the top of them all these tiny little bubbles. So you'll see that, when we add the maple syrup into them, that's all those little holes.
Man.
Soak up all that syrup. And then every time you bite into it, it's almost like an explosion of maple syrup in your mouth.
Damn.
Because I think traditional pancakes, like when you add the maple syrup onto there, they I think they kind of blend together. Whereas I think the one benefit of these Beghrir pancakes is that, like, I think you have like this separation of like the pancake flavor from the maple syrup, because you get that maple explosion like right away, and then you get that nice pancakey goodness at the end.
Nice pancakey goodness.
I think, pancakes are a quintessential, I think staple Minnesota weekend food.
Yeah. I mean, it's so satisfying.
So I'd say this one is definitely looking done here. So yeah, I'll give you one.
Wow.
I might take this big one right here. So now let's keep it off of our heat.
Beghrir? Is it Beghrir?
Yeah, Beghrir.
Beghrir.
So Beghr.
What kind of word is that? Do you know?
I assume
Or name? Beghrir.
it's either Moroccan. What do Moroccans speak? Is it Arabic?
I mean, they probably
Some
speak
of them speak
multiple
French
languages
now because of colonialism.
Yeah. But there's a lot of, it's North Africa, so it's probably a lot of diversity there. Yes, I love cakes. Shana would say, what kind? Oh, shit. Yeah. Ooh-wee. I'm going to eat with my hands because I don't have a fork. I actually prefer eating with my hands, though. There's something sacred about eating with your hands.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. Thank you. Jeez Louise. Can I use this one, too?
Yeah. You've really loaded up.
Oh, man. I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Yeah.
Please join us, Tanner.
I was watching you make this, and I was like, all right, I got to come give this a try.
Right, don't miss this. Don't miss out on this. You're right here. Too close. Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge.
Marcus, you finally announcing that you're starting a music career?
No,
I'd buy your album.
that would fail miserably. Can't afford to lose.
Wow. That's really good.
Thank you.
Oh, here, I'll make sure that the camera can see it properly.
The bubbles do serve as a vessel to hold it. I love that. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this barehanded.
I know, I'm feeling the same.
Fuck it. It's more fun that way. Thank you very much for blessing the Dabbler Depot Studios, Minnesota Cannabis College, the Minnesota Cannabis culture.
Yeah, again, thanks for having me. I think this is a cool opportunity to, maybe share some recipes that we use at the Doc Dab's residence, as well as, give us an opportunity to showcase our products.
Forest to table. Food forest to table.
Food forest to table, yeah. So the maple syrup comes straight from Taylor's Falls. We grow hemp in Scandia. Yeah, so I think it's a pretty nice local product.
And I know next time I'm planning a wake and bake, like, what a better way to start it than with this? Like, this is awesome.
I mean, how could you ever want to eat pancakes again without THC syrup?
No better way to start your day. So thanks again for joining us at the Cooking for Clem on the Northern Lights podcast. We'll check in with the next episode. I think we're going to be doing it's going to be a jerk vegetable saute.
Oh my God.
So
It's like a
stay tuned to catch the next episode.
cookbook.